everyone, it is Esther here and welcome back to my channel. So I'm back. I think I say that in almost every video because I never fecking upload, but whatever, I'm trying my best. So basically at the moment I am pre-recording loads because I'm going to be going on holiday and to NCS and stuff like that for like 5 or 6 weeks, so I don't really have that much time for videos, so I'm just gonna record as much as I can. Today I'm going to be talking about the ultimate emo/goth movie list. Now, there was a time, in fact I say there was a time, but to be fair I still haven't really left my emo phase. I was kinda emo, kinda goth, kinda grunge. I've tried it all, okay? I've been in every subcategory of alternative that there is. But what I'm going to be talking about today is the movies that I would associate with emos, goths, anything like that. So if you like vampires, weird stop motion movies, and Johnny Depp, this list is for you. I think the best place to start is with animation, and most of them are either produced by Laker or are directed by Tim Burton. So, first of all we have The Nightmare Before Christmas, Corpse Bride, and Frankenweenie. Very, very iconic emo movies. In terms of Laker, there's Coraline, of course, the classic, Box Trolls, which I love, which is very Victorian if you're into that style, Paranorman if you're more into zombies and modern things, and also witches. And for this list we have Studio Ghibli, of course, My Neighbor Totoro, Howl's Moving Castle, and Spirited Away, which are like the iconic trinity of Studio Ghibli movies. Also, right at the end of this list, I have Monster House, which is a classic for any of you emo children out there. Also, I have the kids movies section. So if you for some reason are watching my videos and you're a parent, or you are kind of a child yourself, you will probably enjoy these films or remember enjoying them when you were younger. I have Miss Peregrine's Home for Peculiar Children, which is very good if you like fantasy. The Addams Family, of course, everyone's favourite. Labyrinth, Mirror Mask, and The Dark Crystal, which were all under the same company. Casper, of course. Into the Woods, if you're into musicals. And also, one that I just thought of is Skellig. I loved this film when I was younger. It's so odd. It's about like a weird angel man who lives in this boy's shed. Now, growing up a little bit, we have teen movies. A lot of these on here are either magical realism, so like they take place in the real world but with magical things happening, or they are like just general teenage movies but with emo characters or alternative characters. First up on my list is Lady Bird. She's not really an emo, she's more of just like a cool, strange, outcast person, and I love her very much. Second is Anthem of a Teenage Prophet, which I don't think many people have seen, but my friend showed it to me because they are obsessed with Cameron Monaghan. Basically, if you've seen Gotham, he plays the Joker, and he is also in Anthem of a Teenage Prophet, which I would categorise as magical realism because it's like dealing with teenage problems and stuff like that, but at the same time he is also a prophet of death and he can sense death coming. I added Unfriended because I think it is kind of a guilty pleasure for a lot of people. I love Unfriended. The second one's a bit crap, but the original Unfriended is really good. And you never know, some of you out there might like it. Ghost World, which I haven't seen yet, but looks really odd, so if you're into really strange teen movies, definitely watch that one. Juno, because Ellen Page is a queen. And Scott Pilgrim vs. the World, because Michael Cera is the king of nerd movies. So that's where like the crossover between emo and nerd comes in. Submarine, if you're into strange indie movies, and I love Submarine so much because I really relate to the character of Oliver Tate, who's always thinking about his own death. St. Trinian's, this one isn't that much emo, but I am quite glad that they included emo characters in the iconic scene where they walk through the dorms and point out all of the different categories of teenage girl. Love it. Donnie Darko, if you're a fan of weird, mind-bendy time travel sort of shit. Suicide Room, which I haven't seen yet. It's German, I think, and the main character is very emo. Heathers, if you like musicals, again, and also Winona Ryder, who is another goth queen. Girl Interrupted, Winona Ryder again. This one is a true story of a girl who gets sent to a mental institution in the 60s. And also Chronicle, which I think is one of the most underrated films ever. Like, it's not underrated in the sense that many people haven't seen it, but no one talks about it ever. And this movie made such a huge impact on me. Into the supernatural categories, I have vampires. Vampire Academy is a bit crap, but if you like vampires, you'll probably enjoy it anyway. Interview with a Vampire, I have not seen yet, but it's got Tom Cruise in it, and I love him very much, so I will have to watch it. The Lost Boys, if you like cheesy 80s movies. And Dark Shadows, if, again, you love Tim Burton, and also Johnny Depp, King of Goth. In the Witches category, we have The Witches, of course, The Craft, which is very iconic, although not my favourite, but a lot of people love it, and Beautiful Creatures, if you're a fan of young adult books, because this was a book to begin with, and the film is very weird, and a lot of people don't like it, but I loved it when I saw it. Now, if you're interested in horror, I would recommend The People Under the Stairs, which is very, very disturbing. I think it's 80s or 90s, I don't really know, but it is so good, and it's directed by Wes Craven. The Funhouse Massacre, if you're interested in a bit of cheese and stupidity, but it's still great. The Blair Witch Project, of course. A lot of people also hate that movie, but if you're interested in horror, or just trying to get into horror, watch The Blair Witch Project. The Silence of the Lambs isn't exactly horror, but I put it in this category anyway, because who doesn't like a good serial killer every now and then? Carrie, which also isn't scary, but it's good if you like a bit of blood and revenge. And then I also have Mama, Pan's Labyrinth, and The Orphanage, which are all directed by
Guillermo del Toro.
I love this director so much. He is so good. I would say the best one out of these three is The Orphanage. However, a lot of people love Pan's Labyrinth. The Conjuring series is amazing if you love horror, and so is Silent Hill. I feel like a lot of people love Silent Hill. Resident Evil, which I haven't seen yet, but the video game was made by the same company as Silent Hill, so I'm assuming it's kind of similar. Lights Out, another horror movie, quite interesting, and Battle Royale, which is a Japanese early 2000s sort of gory murder film. In the artsy/hipster category, I have the movies that maybe the hipsters will also like. I know some people don't like the term hipster, but you know what I mean. The first two are The Lobster and The Killing of a Sacred Deer, both directed by Yorgos Lanthimos. Both of these movies, super weird, super depressing. Just watch them, okay? They're really good. Stoker is one of my favourite films ever. I love it so much. It's perfect for people who love murder, creepy houses, and awesome goth girls. Requiem for a Dream, which is apparently about drugs, and I haven't seen it, but I saw it in an emo movie list, so I put it in here anyway. Snowpiercer, if you're looking for another depressing slash dystopian movie. As I said before, Johnny Depp is in so many like goth emo films. The first one is Crybaby, which is not really a goth or an emo film, but I think a lot of people would like it. It's a musical, it's really stupid, really cheesy, but amazing. Sleepy Hollow, if you love historical stuff, and also Headless Horseman killing people, and also really big dresses and just that gorgeous, like, Victorian-esque aesthetic. And Edward Scissorhands. How could I not mention that movie? In the romance category, I put Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, which is perfect for nerds and outcasts and anyone who likes to dye their hair a lot. How I Live Now, which is a war movie, but at the same time, it's also about a girl with OCD who's kind of punk goth-ish, I guess, and it's also a romance, and I absolutely love it. Warm Bodies, if you love zombies and yeah, zombies. And finally, Mortal Instruments City of Bones, because I don't care what anyone says, it is a million times better than the TV show, and although it's not really accurate to the books, I love it so much and I love Lily Collins. So, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. This is going to be so freaking long, but yeah, oh well, I'm going to edit it as well as I can. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Please comment any more down below. I will see you guys later. Goodbye.